Alright, what's up, guys? This is a work in progress, a show where three best friends sit around and talk about random things for your amusement. Alright, if you enjoy this, please like, comment, favorite, and subscribe.
Or not.
We're doing this for fun, but please do it because it's awesome if you will. Alright, what is a work in progress? Well, I'm Miguel.
I'm Anthony.
And I'm Alfredo.
Alright, and we got bored one day and decided to make a podcast, so this is it. So each week we're going to have a random topic of discussion for each person on the show. Maybe a guest. If you'd like that to be you, let me know. Dude, I'm lame. I don't know what the fuck. Alright, whatever. So we were bored one day and decided to make a podcast.
You said that already.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Alright, fuck it, dude. Let's just get into the topics. Alright. Who wants to go first?
Let's go.
Alright.
Yeah, you
Alright.
go ahead and sort out.
Well, let me preface this with saying that I'm really loud and obnoxious, so that's just a little bit about me, and I'm like a douche, so if I'm mean to one of the other people on the show, like, that's why.
Yeah, you'll know why.
Yeah, so, okay, my topic of discussion was movies being split into two. So I don't know if you heard about this, but the Batman vs. Superman movie was rumored to be split into two parts, but turns out it was a fake rumor. So now I want to ask you guys, do you like movies being split into two parts?
Wait, what is the thing about with the Batman?
I want to start off by
Alright, so
saying...
Batman and Superman, there was a leaked photo of Batman and Superman, like two different titles for a movie. So there was a possibility of it being split into two parts. So it like got me thinking about that. So like, what do you guys think? Do you like movies being split into two?
Well, Batman and Superman was awful, so... Sorry.
Alright, don't even judge it because it has there's not even a trailer.
So, I guess the Harry Potter...
Wait, no, just do you like it or not? Like, we gotta pack it, we're unpacking this.
I like it for good... Yes.
Okay, what about you?
Yeah, I think it's good for like a lot of movies because like if they just like cram the end into like the same movie, it's gonna be like really shitty and rushed, and you won't be able to tell. But like if you look into it, you'll see how bad it is, like how much better it could be if they had a second movie.
Okay, so yes and what?
Yeah.
Okay, yes and yes. Okay, so then, all right. So I guess what do you think? Why do you feel that way then?
Yeah. What do you feel?
Well, I don't know. If a movie's gonna be bad, it's probably bad because the series is bad. Like, and I don't really think that the Hunger Games is done well. It's generally a bad storyline.
The fuck?
But Harry Potter was pretty good. And go Anthony.
Alright, actually, I think it's fucking stupid because like the Hunger Games isn't that bad. I was like watching. Okay, the first time I watched it, I thought it was pretty good, and I was like, oh, that's a nice movie. And then like the second one, I wasn't like really too into it, but like when I saw it on Netflix, I was like, oh, I'll watch it. So I watched it, and like it was late as fuck, but like I stayed up just watching it, and like I thought it was pretty good. And then I was like waiting for like something else to happen, and it like showed it was gonna be like the next movie, and I was like, fuck. But then I like realized like if it wasn't the next movie, then like it would be shitty, like a shitty ass end.
Yeah, I kind of watched it the same way you did. I don't know. I liked the first one, but the second one I also watched like late at night, so I like fell asleep during it. That's probably ruined my experience.
Enjoy it.
Alright, well, I personally think it's, like, really stupid when they split movies up into two parts. Because, like, it feels like it's just a cash grab. Like, why are you splitting a movie that could easily be done into two, and, like, in just one movie? Because movies now are getting, like, longer and longer. Like, every movie's, like, 2 hours now, so I just think it's weird that you have to split up a movie instead of just making it longer. Like, if it's truly a good movie, like, you shouldn't have a problem with it being, like, a 3-hour movie. So I just think it's kind of, like... It's kind of greedy in it. Like, I feel like a lot of the times it ruins a movie because it just draws it out. Like, for in the example of the Hunger Games, like everyone's saying, like, oh, dude, like Mockingjay, like the first part, like nothing like absolutely nothing happens in that movie except for Katniss like shooting the, like plane with an arrow. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but sorry, like.
She has an arrow in like the
yeah, like they showed it in the trailer, so it's not even like it's not even a spoiler. So like. I mean, there's that, and I feel like a lot of the movies, like, because of the studio interference, like, end up being pretty shitty because of it. So, the second part to my question was, now that I found out that you guys both like it, do you think there's any movies that, like, benefited from being split into two, or are there any movies that you wish would have been split into two?
Well, I think even though, like, the Hunger Games was, like, ruined by, like, how, like, they just fucking, like, did nothing in Mockingjay Part 1, I think like you could like get a lot of character development out of like just that movie. Like you could see like how the problems arose between like fucking Katniss and Peeta.
Alright, dude, you need to chill with that Katniss stuff, dude. Katniss is a beast. Also, okay, well, like, to respond to that, like, that movie's not about character development. Like, if you look at the movies, like, they're, like, not shitty Twilight movies. Like, they're supposed to be Twilight movies, but they're supposed to be, like, decent. So, like, the whole point, like, in Ruin, like, you just, like, disrupted the flow. Like, look at your audience, and the audience for Mockingjay would be, like, teenage kids that, like, read the book. So, like, that to make them sit through, like, a 2-hour movie that, like, nothing happens in is probably, like, it's like a disservice to the fans, in my opinion.
I don't know, it's kind of in between, because a lot of the fans, like, read the books, kind of, or most, well, there's a lot of people that read the books, and I'm sure, like, some would want to see, like, the characters actually develop, while others would just, like, want to jump into the, like, the good parts of the storyline. I guess the wars and whatever.
Alright, so, like, like I was saying, like, do you think there's any movies that would have benefited from being split into two that weren't split into two, or are there any movies that you think did a good job of being split into two?
Shrek.
Shrek could have been... Wait, what do you mean?
No, I don't know, I just see Shrek over there.
Okay, well, like, what do you mean Shrek? Do you think there's any movies that would have benefited from being split into two?
No.
Yeah.
No, I said,
There's actually a couple.
You, like, said yes, and then you said... Or what?
Alright, let's see.
no,
What movie? Yeah, actually, I don't even have one up.
You don't, really? Alright, well, for me, I think the Avengers could have been split into, like, two parts, because, like, that's a pretty, like, the fact that there's, like, so many, like, superheroes that we, like, barely knew anything about in the Avengers, I think it should have been split into at least two parts, because, like, there was a lot of action in that movie, and there was also, like, very little screen time for, like, the characters, so you didn't really know them, and you didn't really feel for them when, like, anything happened to it, to any of the characters, so, like, I mean, that movie could use character development, but, like, something like Mockingjay, where it's an hour or, like, 2 hours of character development, I feel is, like, excessive, so, like, maybe the Avengers 1 would have been pretty good, because I hear they're doing that with the second one, so,
yeah.
Like, I feel like they learned from their mistakes on that one, and that would actually be a pretty good movie to split into two parts.
So you don't feel like that's a cash grab at all?
Well, I mean, it is, like, the whole Marvel, like, cinematic universe is a cash grab, and, like, if you think about it, because, like...
Very lucrative.
Yeah, it's like, the reason those things are made is for the toys and stuff, so, like, they're making those movies to sell toys, but if you're gonna do it, like, I like the way they're doing it, where it's, like, not just a cash grab, like, they're making also good movies.
You can, like, enjoy the storyline.
Yeah, but does the movie studios, like, own the toy rights?
No, but they get money.
No, but, like, Marvel
Yeah.
as, like, the company, and, like, I think Disney, so, like, Disney gets all the profits from this, and I'm, like, really glad Disney got into the Marvel, because, like,
They've done well.
Marvel was getting pretty shitty before, and I'm glad that they didn't, like, make it, like, Disneyfied, so, like, what are you filming before Chris? Chris is our fat director back there, that's why he's back there.
Yeah, I would show you guys him, but like.
But he's really ugly.
Yeah.
I think maybe like Chris and stuff, like we can like ask him questions like what other movies could be like split into two, and like he could be like our numbers guy. That'd be cool. Then we're just like.
Are you guys
can't even hear it.
Are you like done with my topic?
No.
I'm just suggesting like
what?
Like off the top of my head, I don't really like know many.
Well, I mean, any movies? No, like they don't have to be split into two. Like, do you like any movies that you feel could have been split into two?
No, I can't answer that.
Are you fucking kidding me? All right, what about you?
Well, I just want to like branch out of this because like I don't like us two like aren't putting in like enough of like into the conversation to like further it.
All right.
I just wanted to say I can't wait for another Indiana Jones to come out. Like I really don't want them to fuck it up, but like.
Are you kidding me, dude? Like,
No,
have you seen Crystal Skull?
Yeah, but I know it was shitty,
That
but like
movie is ass.
I know, but they set it up for like the next movie.
Harrison
like,
Ford is like the coolest person.
Harrison Ford's like 80.
Yeah,
I know, but I'm just saying.
Also, they're not gonna make another Indiana Jones anymore. Like
No,
Harrison Ford's gonna do.
I
Like,
heard that
they
maybe
fucking set
Chris
it up.
Pratt.
They set it up. They set it up for Shia LaBeouf to like pick up the hat. Like
Shia LaBeouf is like.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be made by the same people.
Like, I hope not, because like.
That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
they still
also,
set it up.
Also, like, if you want Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones, I don't think you're gonna see that.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
Because he's probably gonna do. He might do Star Wars.
Hopefully, it'll make a cameo.
He might do. He might. Well, maybe, but he might do the new Star Wars as the Han Solo.
really
So
want.
like, yeah. What? Just read it to us, Chris. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, just fucking say it.
Chris, we. Oh my God, sorry about this, guys. Unprofessional as fuck. Get back here. What?
He wants us to move to another topic.
Wants to move to another topic?
This is an awesome topic.
Alright, I feel like this is a pretty good topic, but I don't know. Well, so, like, final thoughts on the movies being split into two, because apparently it's getting long.
And it's getting off topic.
Alright.
Oh, I heard Chris Pratt's gonna maybe play Indiana Jones. You guys know who that
Final
is?
thoughts on the movies.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were just like.
No, we
No,
said
we
final
got
thoughts.
another topic.
Well,
We got more topics.
No.
Okay, well, I think that like splitting movies is good, but like when it comes to like just making profits and like they like make the second half of the story longer, like it sucks ass.
Okay, my final thoughts on splitting movies into two, like, I really hope that I hoped that they would have split the Batman versus Superman movie into two, and then, like, the third movie, it could have been, like, a trilogy, and the third movie, like, they, like, fight each other. Because, like, Batman and Superman are, like, two really cool characters, and, like, I really like Batman, and I don't really know much about Superman, because I'm not, like, 30 years old to have seen, like, all the good cartoons that came out of Superman. Yeah, or have read the comics, so like, I really want to know more about Superman, because I don't really know much.
I don't even understand how people still read comics. Like,
Comics are
Alright, let's not alienate our viewers on
no, I'm just saying like, there's so many issues
we got
involved.
fans out there, alright?
I know, but
We don't actually.
I don't know.
It's like our first
Alright,
video.
alright, guys, please be our friends.
Alright, yeah, new topic. Okay.
New topic.
This is my topic. I remembered. I kind of want to talk about this. I think you guys like have thoughts of this because like you've thought of it, just like hanging out with skaters. So skateboarding.
oh my god.
Fuck you guys.
Alright, what about skateboarding?
Okay.
Fine, I'll give you...
So, the one thing I want to say is there's a lot of like kids out there buying like fucking like penny boards and like long boards and like that's fine, that's totally fine. But like if you're gonna act like a hardcore skater, like just stop, like don't fucking do that.
Alright, dude, well,
There's
your
a-
argument right now, to
Yeah.
me, sounds like those kids are all like, you aren't a real gamer, dude.
No.
Like, you're not a real gamer.
No.
You don't game hard like me. Like, that's what it sounds like to me. Like, now granted, like, if you're gonna say you're like good at skating, and you're not good at skating, like, well, don't lie to people. Just like, number one. Like, number two, I don't feel like it shouldn't matter what level you're at. Like,
No,
you're
no,
like
no.
skating.
No, not just that. Like, okay, see, if I see a kid trying and he sucks ass, like I'm gonna like respect him. But if I see a kid like with the penny board and like he's like wearing like a bunch of like skate stuff, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck, like what are you doing?
What are your thoughts on me?
You don't even try to like look like a skater though. Cool.
Fuck up, Chris.
Cause I own a penny type.
Please step
board.
out. Please step out.
Get out of here. Answer it so it stops ringing.
Yeah.
Unprofessional answer.
Close the door behind you.
Who is it?
Yeah.
Is that N?
You didn't fucking close it.
Alright, whatever. That's all.
Alright.
Alright.
Let me just like take.
Alright,
take-
unpack this.
No,
slowly.
fuck.
There's layers.
Okay. So another thing I want to talk about is like how people see skaters as bad.
Shrek reference, layers, onions.
Skaters have layers. That's a shitty Shrek voice. Jeremy, please don't take off that Velcro right now. Like, we're in the middle of recording.
Yeah.
You're like infiltrating our
Also,
audience.
how much time is left?
It's 15 minutes.
Alright, we got
Alright, usually Miguel's impressions are pretty accurate, but this time it really sucks.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
No.
You guys.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
I'm
let me get back to
walking.
this.
Was that one good? Jeremy's
Alright,
dying. Alright.
Let me. Okay, so yeah, like a lot of people see skaters as like bad, like oh don't let him like into the store because like he's gonna fuck something up. I don't think that's like that should be seen as like I don't think skaters should be seen that way.
Maybe it's just you.
No.
I don't like where things are headed, Anthony. This is heading into racial territory. I'm just kidding. We can talk about anything on work in progress. That's the beauty of it. Alright, keep going.
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
like anything.
So
You
when
put
I-
restrictions on me.
when you look at it, like when you look at skaters, like they're like just skating things to have fun to like do something, and like when you look at like other kids, like there's some white kids at our school, like they'll fucking be doing drugs, like smoking, like doing all these stupid things, and like the skaters aren't doing stuff like that. The skaters are just like having fun, and like those white kids are seen higher than like the fucking skaters. Stupid.
Alright, so what you're saying is that you see that people discriminate, I guess, or they like typecast the skater as like a tough dude or something,
Yeah, like a bad.
or like a bad influence. Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like they're just like I don't skate. Like I don't really care about this.
That's
like,
why it's
that
good.
much.
Like we're getting an opinion from a non-skater. Like,
But like, I know you're like a nerd, so like, at least now that I know that, like, I don't see all skaters as like these scary dudes, except like this is just me. This is just how like confrontational I am when I'm like walking down the street and I see someone like holding their skateboard. Like I'm always ready to like block an attack to like my head.
Yeah,
Cause, like,
you're-
what the?
Because like
It
the
could be used as a
skateboard,
weapon.
yeah, because the skateboards like if you've seen the edges, they're like really like thin, and the skateboard's like really like hefty. So I'm just always ready for like a surprise attack from a scale. I don't know, like that's just because I always like I'm like patting you down with my eyes if I see you if I deem you're a threat.
Ocular pat downs.
Yeah, I'm giving you ocular pat downs if I think you're a threat.
I guess that's kind of good though, because like sometimes like people will be afraid and like try to have a conversation just to like see what type of person you are. Because like the other day, him and I were skating, and like this like white guy was like, he was looking at us for a long time, and then he was like, "Are those skateboards or longboards?" Just because like he wanted to start a conversation, and like I guess we kind of became friends with him because like we were cool after, and like I guess the only reason he started that was because like he was kind of afraid of us.
Alright,
yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you're a skater, you could just like walk up to anyone else with a skateboard and just like hang out with them.
Actually,
is that true?
I feel
no.
I feel like being like just the fact like people are people. Just because someone's skateboarding, you don't have to be scared of them.
Yeah.
Even though they look dirty.
Look at this nerd. He's lovable. He's our nerd. All right. Don't be scared of skaters. Good topic.
That'll help us branch out into like race.
Elephants.
Yeah, elephants? What about elephants?
They're afraid of mice.
Wait, what's your topic?
Oh, I drew an elephant on my hand earlier.
Pass. We can pass.
You're gonna pass it on?
All right, guys.
All right.
Sports. What do you guys think of sports?
They're really good, and like on a country level, like on the level of like how they play in our country, like they play a really really big part. I was like thinking about all these deep thoughts of it.
What do you think about sports, Alfred?
Sports, fun to play.
Is that
not
it?
Fun to watch.
Not fun to
not
watch.
that fun to watch.
Okay, here's what I think of sports. I think that there's a lot of sports that are very antiquated in the way they're presented. For example, baseball. The fuck are you doing, baseball? Like, you were America's pastime, and now our history teacher says football is America's pastime. Football is just like, I feel like sports now in like this age, they have to be like entertainment now. They're not just like actual sports. Like you have to also have like the personalities that make it like that make people want to watch. Like if you have someone that you hate on a team, like me, like I hate like so many players on like other football teams, like Tom Brady, like fucking hate Tom Brady, but and I hate like Richard Sherman, but like that just makes it more fun for me to watch. So like I feel that sports have sort of like transcended, I guess, like just being sports, and now they're just like they're more entertainment with like a little bit of sports sprinkled in. Also, this other thing that pisses me off. If you win the Super Bowl, you're not the world champion, okay? It's only the United States playing football. So, like, you can't say you're world champions.
Alright, let me go. Okay. So, I have an aunt who, like, got really into football, and, like, she was telling, like, someone else about it, and, like, I overheard them at, like, a family gathering. And she was, like, talking about, like, how she was able to watch football because, like, there was, like, a connection to, like, reality TV. Like, how there was, like, drama and, like anticipation and, like, all this stuff, like, all this, like, stuff that she could, like, associate with a reality TV show that, like, are, like, the stereotype, like, female like favorite show. So she was saying like without that, like if it were just like a sport like where like they just play to play like baseball was, like then it would like kind of be boring. So I guess like it might have just like transcended into the like what it's become now to like branch out to other viewers.
That makes sense. What do you think, Alfredo?
Well, as big of a fan of baseball as I am, if we were in a based on entertainment value, I wouldn't choose football. I'd choose basketball probably.
Well, I'm not saying like everyone like watches football because it's entertaining. I'm just saying like I personally watch football because I think it's entertaining.
Yeah. No, I don't know. The problem with football for me is like too much stuff to focus on and like too much in between time.
All right, see that's another thing. If you're football is not an easy sport, okay?
It isn't.
We know. All right. He knows too. He was handing out waters for us. So he was handing out water while we were out there working hard. Anyway.
He didn't even.
Yeah, he didn't.
He wasn't allowed to.
I got the only guy doing stuff.
Hey, shut up! You're with Richard.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna pack this up and then unpack it again. All right. Anyway, people say that there's downtime. There's too much downtime in football. If you were in there, like, honestly, there's no other way you could play football because it's one of like the most demanding sports, like, probably there is besides like combat sports like boxing and stuff. And like mixed martial arts, which I think is like if you can do that, you're like a stud. Just.
That's like hardly.
You're literally Goku if you can like fight mixed martial arts. Like I respect you so much, but like a lot of there's like I feel like football is a combination of like everything that you need to do to survive if you're a caveman. So like I think it's like really cool that like everyone can do like all of those things on the team and like be really good at it. So that's my thoughts on why there's so much downtime. Because if you're going hard for like 2 or 3 seconds every play, you're gonna need 10 seconds.
9 minutes.
9 minutes left. Why don't you just tell us?
Yeah.
9 minutes left. All right, thanks, Jeremy. All right, that's our producer, Jeremy. All right,
Not really.
continue.
Okay. I wanted to say something too.
All right.
Like, with the downtime, like it gives people who have nothing like in their lives to do, like something to like wait on and something to like be into when it is like up.
Oh, well, for downtime, I wasn't really talking about like the weekly, like the games, but I was talking in between like plays and stuff.
What the?
That's what I meant.
Well, I mean, like, if you watch football, there's not that much downtime anymore because, like...
Yeah, I know they speed it up, but, like...
And, like, you can't, like... It's, like, so demanding to, like, run play after play after play. It's,
yeah, like, there's, like, very few teams that actually do that, and it's really hard to do and to get coordinated. That's, like, the other thing is, like, now that with football becoming, like, an entertainment sort of thing, as, like, even more than a sport, like, the, like, replays and stuff that they show, they show it to sort of, like, diminish the time that you're spending, like, not watching it. And it also shows, like, if you know what you're looking for, like, it shows a lot of technique, and it's, like, really impressive to see what everyone's doing. So, like, just sort of thinking about that when you're watching football. Because, like, I know it's really hard to get into because I know what, like, the hell was going on when I first started watching it, but, like, it's pretty cool.
That's also another reason.
What?
Like, I kind of know, but I don't know enough to actually care about it.
That's
I
cool.
think that's why it's good, though, because, like, people who have things to do and, like, have, like, so many other worries, like, can kind of, like, watch football and, like know what's going on. Like, they don't have to be, like, totally into it to, like, talk about it.
Yeah. Because there's like, that whole thing where it's like grind, but there's also, like, the potential for something, like, big to happen, like a 100-yard play. Like, you just, like, you never really know with football. That's why I really like it. So, like, why do you like basketball so much?
Well, it just seems very fluid.
What do you mean? Like, what in particular makes it, like, entertaining for you?
Not very many timeouts and stuff. I don't know. It's just exciting.
Like, what excites you when you're watching a game? Like, walk me through the mind of Alfredo.
I don't know. Just seeing people make baskets. Playing. I don't know.
Do you think it's, like, the fact that the ball changes hands so much?
Yeah, that's part of it.
Because, like, I know in basketball... what were you going to say?
Well, it's like an individual sport. I know it's a team sport, but there are also like a lot of individuals who shine more than others. I think that makes it good.
Yeah, but I like...
the faces on the teams.
I also like basketball. I don't watch it as much because it's like... I mean, I'm not really that into basketball, so, like... I like that there can be really good players on individual teams that can, like, make a really big impact on the teams, but then there's also those teams like the San Antonio Spurs that aren't very, like... They don't really have that much star power, and, like, they just have good fundamental, like, plays and stuff, and they just make, like, that's why they're very good. Like, that might be, like, there might be more teams that are good at fundamentals, but, like, again, I don't really watch basketball unless it's, like, the playoffs. So, like, that's like, why I use that team.
If you like basketball and, like, you're kind of interested in football and, like, you don't really, like, want to get into football, you should watch rugby because, like, rugby's, like, the same thing as basketball.
Don't watch rugby.
No. Rugby's actually cool.
Stupid, dude.
No, rugby's actually cool. Like, give it a try. Like, you can watch, like, one game. Like, it's gonna be hard to find on TV because, like, it's not a big American sport, but, like, watch it. It's gonna be in the Olympics.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Like 2006.
How are you gonna take out wrestling? How are you gonna take out wrestling Olympics and then put in rugby?
Rugby's sick. Like, I played rugby 1 year before I got injured.
I'm glad you got injured because I wouldn't be friends with you if you played rugby. Just kidding. Okay, so guys, it looks like we're like almost out of topics, I guess.
And we're out of time.
Are we?
More importantly.
Okay, well, we're out of time and topics. We have like 4 minutes to talk, and I'm like, let me just, like, now that I'm comfy, let me just tell you what we're about. So we were, like I said in the beginning, we were bored, and we wanted to do something.
Movie.
You say that.
I'm just gonna interrupt me, dude. Don't say that F word. All right. Anyway, dude, you like made me lose my train. All right, so we were bored one day, like I said earlier.
Third time you said that.
Yeah, like the third time I said, fourth time. All right, whatever. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. And so we were bored, and I told Anthony, I'm like, Anthony, let's make a podcast.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, and Anthony was like really excited about doing it, and so then Alfredo overheard, and he wanted to get in on this jib jab, and so
Yeah.
Wanted to break up the banter with some witty dialogue. So, like I mean, we just do this for fun. Like, we really hope you like it, and like hopefully we'll have more topics when someone comes prepared.
I think we had enough this time.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping we can make this an hour long. So, like, I'm probably gonna show this to people at school so they watch it, and hopefully I'll get a release schedule if it becomes an hour. So like I'll break up the topics and we'll release them day by day. If you know me from school, or if you know Anthony, or if you know Alfredo, and you want to be on the show because we're really cute, like just let us know. And also if you're ugly, you could be on the show too, because
we do not discriminate.
We don't discriminate. Yeah, see, mind melding. This is why we brought him on for the jib jab.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so just let me know. Business inquiries, you know where to hit me up.
And me.
Sponsor us, Domino's. Alright, that's it.
Cut it.
Goodbye.
Bye. 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 What the fuck are you doing? Bye.